I'm seeing an SEC type of approach. Is that what you're seeing, Chavez?
Yeah, definitely. And just to again to piggyback off what George said, I mean, look at Rhett Lashley. Had it not been for he wouldn't be a head coach right now. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You know what I mean? He was a pretty good name.
Yeah.
You know, so when we got him, we was like, okay, all right, and then after he did what he did here, and again, props to him for taking advantage of the opportunity.
For sure.
But he's a head coach now because of what he did at But I mean, just like Jordan said, I mean, look, you talking about a former head coach in Charlie Strong who was coaching linebackers.
Yeah.
So he's not even a D coordinator. I mean, he was a head coach in Texas at one point. He was one of the best coaches in the nation. I mean, look at Josh Gad, just came from Michigan. They were in the top 4. You know what I mean? Who would have ever thought you would have landed that guy? But again, like Jordan said, man, throwing around the money. I think people really believe in Cristobal. I think they believe in the university's approach. What they're going to do with the football program, man. So it's it's promising.
Yeah. Well, one thing, just going along with what you're saying, Chavez, is I think people like Cristobal earned a ton of respect from his peers, from the media, from everyone during his time at Oregon. And he's kind of a guy that is very, at least this is my impression of him. I've never met him. My impression of him is that he's someone who's very matter of fact, very upfront about what he's thinking and what he's feeling. And to have a guy that's had that success and has earned that respect from his body of work, to be at a place where he's extremely passionate about, like, I'm sure he cared about Oregon, but I don't think you can fake what's happening with him here at Miami. Like he's essentially implied, I don't know if he said it directly, but like, this is his life's goal, like this is everything that he's done since he's been finished as a player has led to this moment, and so I think you're getting towards something that could be a special combination of aptitude and passion.
Yeah, and especially with that, it's not only that he says that, it's that we actually believe him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, him playing here, him, playing during that era to see what it was like to coach at then to go on to Alabama to see what that program is like, a very successful program. Then to go to Oregon and do it himself. We know he went to FIU, he got his feet wet. But he pretty much, even though they didn't have success there, he put FIU on the map. Nobody knew FIU until Cristobal got there.
Yeah.
So, of course, he was battling with, we all know it's a small program. There's no money, no real talent there, but you knew that Cristobal was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you said, man, he's been around the block. He's been to a lot of proven places.
Yeah.
He's proven himself in Oregon. Those guys were a pretty good program. He kept them up there. They were always in the conversation. So it's real good.
And when he, there's that clip that's kind of become a meme or a GIF or whatever, of him pointing to the logo and saying that logo right there, it hits different, that type of thing. Like, it's so believable because he put his money where his mouth is. It's not just, it's not a guy coming here because it was his best opportunity.
Right.
And saying that, it's not Manny Diaz, and I don't mean any disrespect to him in this regard, but like, it was either Temple or it was here.
Yeah.
Right. So if he says, hey, this logo hits different, it's like, well, yeah, but that's the best opportunity that you were getting.
Right.
Or Al Golden, Randy Shannon at the time.
Yeah.
That type of thing, right? It's not that he's here because it's the best thing for his career,
right?
Because it clearly wasn't, right?
Right, exactly.
He had entrenched himself in Oregon. I mean, he's going to have a top 6 pick in the NFL draft, like 4 years in a row now, something like that. I mean, because it was Justin Herbert, Penei Sewell, and then he'll have Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah.
So 3 probably, but like, it's believable because he's sacrificing to come do this.
Absolutely.
So it's believable. When he says that the logo hits different, he's not only telling us, he's showing us that it hits different for him, right? because he's passing up what I would argue was actually a better situation if you really zoom out and look at it objectively. Like having the established success, the program that he's building, the level of talent at Oregon was probably a better situation than coming to Miami, but it's because he's on a mission, man.
Yeah. Everybody knew that too. Everybody knew that. That's why nobody thought that he would come here. Yeah, because they knew that Oregon was a better situation. So for him, like you say, to sacrifice and kind of put his, I would say that he's somewhat putting his like reputation or career on the line.
Yeah,
because like you said, he was in a much better situation. He could have stayed there. You know, he could have had a couple down years. They still would have said, "Hey, look what happened when he first got here." You know, we just got to give him time to get back. So yeah, man, he's taking a sacrifice, but you can tell that it's in his heart. So that's a good thing when it comes to coaching, because as a player, you can tell if a guy's really there, you know, to really make a change in the program, or if it's a guy who, you know, and every coach says this, and I can't stand this line. Yeah. When they get a job at a big school, this is my dream job.
Yeah.
They say that about every school they go to.
Yep.
Every big school they go to, they say that. But again, I think Cristobal meant it when he came here.